Good evening. I'm gonna get, started right now, because I want to try and get through to the Alliance raid if I can. I don't know how long it's actually gonna take me, but, you should all appreciate that these two are about to get up to the most mischief of any people in Eorzea ever have. Well, I guess that's not technically to another quest line, but... close enough. What up, Tataru? Tataru's putting on a pot of tea and looks in need of company. Aldine, how lovely to see you. If you're not in much of a rush. I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? Of course. Take a seat then. I'll find us something to nibble on as well.
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors. Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it. What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
Gonna kill me some more gods. Grand new adventure, of course.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you.
Oh?
You've fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again, and travel the world in search of wonder.
Tataru, I don't know if you heard me, but I'm gonna go punch another god. It's probably a little bit of both, but... It's a great idea, but where to start?
Oh, with so many exciting places to choose from, it's hard to narrow it down. But I believe I have the perfect destination in mind. Savner. That's where you should go next.
But I've been...
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you.
That is very true. Throughout the entire MSQ, we were only in Radzat when shit was going real bad.
Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
There it is.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the bounty? As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world. In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress. Shouldn't take much longer now though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
You're the best, Tataru.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement. I'm one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims.
God, look at how far you've come. God damn it.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
No one showed this line of dialogue to newest girl.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
I feel like this is more than a cup of tea now. Shut up. No. Is that...
Unless I am returned.
See, I was gonna say Xenos, but then maybe his void sent? Potentially? Ah.
Ah, you're awake.
Big stretch.
My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga? Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Oh, mod view. Fucking piece of crap. Wait. Why did that restart? Oh, whatever. So, like, I know the knee-jerk response is that Xenos, but, like, the, oh dear. Observe as the artiste refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. I only need a moment, you'll see. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. Final adjustment to the hem. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream ready for a bold new adventure? They're a bit short. Hell yeah. I'm so glad you approve. Got done yourself, Tataru. Thank you. Oh, stop. You make me blush. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Or at least anywhere lots of adventurers might gather. They'll look at you, a famous hero, and wonder, wherever did he purchase those stylish yet practical garments? Advertising. And before you know it, hordes of new customers will come climbing over each other to place order at Taru's boutique. Or boutique. I can hear it now. Merry clink clink of gill overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears. Oh, they even gave you jewelry. Oh, neat. I like that. I don't know if there's too much, like, glamour. Or, like, purely glamour jewelry, but it's good shit. Ahem. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Oh, maybe you should start doing that. Oh, this is when we're going to get the thing. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case. The past decade? Is the spirit of Yoshi P inhabiting Tataru? What do you mean 10 years past? Fuck yeah. Oh. Oh, is this starting from the MSQ? See, I thought this might have been, I thought this might have been extending back to all the way through, the game, but I guess, like, retroactively putting triggers to generate stuff into here would probably be a bit weird. Definitely a technical challenge that kind of sucks. Oh my god, there's so much in here. Okay, we're not reading this right now. The Unending Codex is now available under Collection in the Duty section of the main menu. New entries for prominent terms and characters will be added to the Codex as you progress through the main scenario quests. Oh. Bountiful Ruins. Tataru has some advice to share with you. As the former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best place to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in the Thavnir, I suggest you explore your options at, oh my god. Merid's Mayhane? Oh my god, I forget how to pronounce that. The finest drinking establishment at Razathan. Charm the employees, and you'll not only point you in the direction of local tale-tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now, I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Aldine, and may fair fortune find you. Okay, so we are in Mordona right now. Bountiful Ruins Bluffs. Fuck, what was the name of the quest for the... Oh no, I closed the tab. Shit. Wait, I'll find it. A mission in Mordona, which is currently not in the list. Alright. I guess I have to go further into... Oh no, this is in Old Sharlayan. well, going back there is the easiest way to get to Thavnir, so... Well, the cheapest way, rather. This is the way I've set up everything. So I guess I will just hit R as I get here. Although, I should note, in the description on the website, on the lodestone for this, for the, quest to start the Alliance raid, thank you. It has question marks as to the quest that's required, so I can only assume that it's not the first quest that's going to set you on the way. I would probably also guess that, like, it might end you in Old Sharlayan. Or, sorry, the quest that sets off being able to do it probably ends in Old Sharlayan. Like, that would be the best way to, like, breadcrumb you into looking at it, because then you can kind of hit... Because either there's... Because it requires the MSQ, I assume there's probably going to be a, there's probably going to be, like, a little breadcrumb at the end of one of the quests. It ends off, and then you have that unlocked to go to when you see fit. I end up chilling out in, Radzat Han a lot. Just because I look at Tombstone stuff when I'm grinding, and goddamn, the music is just such a good thing to chill to. Like, it's not, like, low-key, it's, like, just, it has very good energy. And we lost it. Welcome to Murdy's Mayhan. Mayhane. Oh, hello. Did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. Actually, I'm looking for gossip. Ruins beneath the bounty. Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular, a historian in fact, who could tell you all about it. Ah, there he is. Professor Jalheen. There are a lot of characters with, like, the same phrasing of name as me. Thought I saw him come in. Although a somewhat private sort, the Professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mayhane's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection, and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy from him is on the house, by the way. If Meride found out I took coin from Thavnir's savior, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week. I want to support the local businesses, though. Okay. Alright. Yes. Following event cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending... Oh, it's one of these again. Oh boy. And what may I do for you, my Eosian friend? Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? I like the game kind of prompts you when she, like, walks here. Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink freely offered. Here we are, one of Meride's finest. Enjoy. Oh, lovely. Bottoms up. Oh god, I keep going back between old man and relatively old Thavnirian. Jalheen empties the cup in a single pull. Oh. Like, the read I want to give this guy is basically the same voice that the, Satrap had, but... That was very kind of you, sir, but I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? Oh, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Al-Zadal? He was Han of the Ari tribe, which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland, and a key figure in the history of Razathan. His decision to aid the Akasodara is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajasura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson, Al-Zadal III, who was also known for his deeds as a satrap in Razathan's earlier days. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm, or certain worm of the first brood. Then there is a tale of the sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to his legend, Azadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There, he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Razathan, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hearty souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Oof. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle in. Oh, my cup appears to be empty. Meliel, another round for the professor. I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Another for the professor. Ho, today was a splendid day to visit the Mayhain. Jalheen gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. That reminds me of something Azama was saying. Azama's a fellow connoisseur of spiritus portables. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. It hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear, but he did have... no, I can say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage that, what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my word sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. I am no stranger to peril. Is that so? Perhaps your turn to tell a tale, then. What manner of dangers have you faced? Wait a minute, you're the warrior of light? The very edge of existence. For anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. Oh, there it is. Drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Me heal some of the same, if you please. As you wish, but this one is on your coin, Professor. He dries yet another cup. Oh, another cup dry. Oh dear. I think I went a bit too far in a few places. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Zama's, he was desperate to buy a treasure map, one which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. It seems he could only get it from some merchants. What's his name? I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my new best friend. Mihail, more drinks. Signal for water instead. That's cute. Your drink, sir. Ugh, marvelous. I am parched. Jolene gulps down the cup of water. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? Still, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head will certainly thank you in the morning. I got you. Ugh, I seem to have overindulged. I am put in mind of the words of Master Jelzan. Be wary how much of the drink you swallow, yes, lest it swallow you. Oh god, I'm slipping into Sean Connery. Forgive me, I will subject you no more to these unseemly antics. If you'll speak with Azama, well, as I said, we share a taste for the Mayhane's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. For you to have learned all that Jolene has to share regarding the undersea vault, to find out more, you will need to locate a man by the name of Azama. Okay. Oh my god. Minions! Oh gee, I wonder where the next person is. There they are. Yes, I am Azama. And who might you be? All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Alzadal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sail ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. And that look in his eyes. I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Alzadal III's otherworldly hoard, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me, how he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zashal, I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route. But my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that these are ruins on a small island somewhere in the Bounty. And within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Alzadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish these things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. Woof. Ah.
Please, Ashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
Bro, you're like 14.
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought. Come back when you've more than rags to your name.
Okay, yikes. Like, fair to some degree, but damn.
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Alzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy.
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly. This map is the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away. Be glad I am no such king, boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never returned with that treasure alive.
Yeah, like, that's actually the problem here. The kid had fucking died getting to it.
Oh, cruel fate. Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim?
Unless this is... This...
How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoard they stand to uncover.
Oh, this is a bit... Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god, that's why he buys the map. Fuck.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
Oh no. Oh, Estinian perception, insight.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Fucking shit. Hi, Valk. What's up? Blowing your fortune again, are you?
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure.
Oh shit, I don't have Tataru's... Fuck. Should really put that on.
But why Thavner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
And you'd be right.
Ruins beneath the bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Road trip?
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
He probably didn't know. Wow, that's really shitty.
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
Okay, he's kind of like, yeah, I don't know if this is genuine, but fuck it, I'll give it a shot. Seeming eager to be underway. I never took you for a treasure hunter. Yeah.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days.
Good man.
I hope to do for Thavner what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
I was
Come now.
literally just thinking about that.
Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
Yes, I know. Alphino is an unofficial member of the two-person cheer squad.
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
And he clearly knew. Okay, Justinian's not as stupid as I took him for.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims.
Yep.
Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
Yeah, that's probably not inaccurate.
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent. Whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
Touche, Estinian.
You are coming along, yes?
Of course. Naturally. Oh, hey, Valk, random question. Do you know at what point you get access to the Alliance raids?
I thought as much. Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
Well, yeah, I figured that much, but I wasn't... Because it had the question marks for the quest that unlocked it, I was a little confused as... Well, I figured it wouldn't have been the first quest, which it turned out it wasn't. But, yeah. I am very curious, like, when we get access to that. I gotta look at something real quick here. No, you don't. So, I thought his little armband there was the, fuck, what do you call it? That, like, little, face mask thing the rest of the Scions have, but clearly not. Also, before we move on, something very important. Don't look at my fucking bags. Oh my god. Okay, that's a little better. The ether goggle things? Yes, that's the one. Cast Glamour. Is... no. Is it Wayfarer's Tabard? Hold on, it'll be the newest thing in here. Oh. Okay, yeah, it must be that. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, and... Can we get gloves with that? Yes. I think we got boots as well? Yep. No pants. Wait, no. Did we get pants? Hold on. We didn't. I am gonna put on those earrings, though. Those look cool. Lot more subtle than the fucking raid earrings. Ah, fuck it. We'll cast it on the jewelry, too. Why not? Alright. Let's go, Estinian. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Vishra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast, and made his proposal once I was too full of harnish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsio is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akiali and see if he can help us. I don't think they'd have, like, seafaring vessels. Like, there's a big difference between a, There's a big difference between a boat that can go out fishing and a boat that can travel between islands. I guess as good a place to start as any. Oh. There's the Akasodra's little makeshift town? I don't even know what to call that. Stables? My friends, what brings you to our humble village? So, you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins. Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I swear to god, if this kid stows away with us, I'm gonna be mad. Oh, you notice our little shadow has been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. You know how far out of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast? I don't know what he's talking about. I flew here. I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavnir? You are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Zashal, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done, and I beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have... Well, we'd be... Enough. I know your game, and I paid the price willingly. Fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. What's up? You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done you. But there is more you need to know. Okay. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Zashal selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search about the ruins, about the vault, about everything. Then the man sailed out to his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you. Maybe even a whole army. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us, there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... We're not bringing him, Estinian. Oh, we could invite our comrades. Might need a hand moving the treasure. Now you've gone and made him cry. We might need a hand moving the treasure. Assuming we find any. Still, may prove wise to bring some companions along all the same. Any ideas on whom to approach? Signs have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. Graha. I'd say Graha, Tia, and Kryle. Graha, Tia would be there in a heartbeat. Aye. Kryle may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? I wonder if you actually get the choice here. Yes, if that man is as strong as you. Is he though? Strong, I mean? I beat up gods. What is your name, boy? Merand, sir. Well, Merand, your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do. What choice do I have? We need to eat, and everybody's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two crabby orphans. Wait, boy. I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. And I'll go to Mordona. Sorry. Call me Estinian. Oh, there we go. Friends for the road. Sinine is ready to escort Merand to safety. She'll leave you to recruit Graha. He'll appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. As I recall, he was based at the Annex. Someone there ought to be able to point you in the right direction. Let us be off too, Merand. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. It could also be that you slowly bring everyone into the fold, and what happens is you get 3 little quest lines specifically dealing with each of them, or 3 or 4, because Y'shtola is also an option. But you kind of get the ability to pick, or, like, go through each of them at, like, given points through the MSQ. They might be honestly trying to test, like, a new kind of structure for their quests, which is a good idea. If that is actually what they're doing, but I would have to see someone choose someone other than Grahatia, and I feel like I would be hard come by to find a person who did that. Then again, given the amount of people here... Oh, look who it is! Welcome back, Haldine. What might the students do for you? I'm looking for Graha. Is he... Graha? Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Kryl. They've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. That sounds like a good idea. I trust Kryl to take a break. I don't trust Graha to take a break.
Ah, Urgica, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Aye.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
What are the two of you working on? How's the restoration of the students coming along? I hope that's not a touchy subject.
Slow and steady. Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We were able to locate several accounts in the archives of Numenon, but the bulk of our documents was lost along with the Isle of Val.
But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
Right. So, adventure, and then Graha immediately says yes.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition?
Yep.
I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which, I had hoped to ask for your assistance.
Oh? Oh, that's where this comes from.
Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned.
Graha's gonna have a fit. Oh, I love that boy so much.
You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
Shut up and go.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already.
I did promise.
Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Not yet. No, you were the first.
Then might I suggest we invite Y'shtola?
Oh, okay. Why?
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she's spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift.
Ah, yes. Someone else I probably can't trust to take a break at the moment.
It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Charlium the other day, We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenor. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Oh, yeah. There was some mention of him going to, like, another world, quote-unquote. So, touché.
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Oh?
He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
Wait, why? Why does...
From what I can gather, the Loperites wish to build their own vault for the people of Atheris to explore, and are looking for inspiration to help make it a memorable experience.
Right, there it is. I was about to say he's making his own vault to keep his secrets.
So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
Oh, a tank, a healer, and a DPS. How convenient.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
We're getting the gang back together a little quicker than I thought we were going to, honestly. Although I guess the idea is that, the idea is probably that... Jesus Christ. The idea is probably, that you need people for trusts. Which, yeah, of course you do. Actually, where are we going? Oh, yeah, no, we're still going to the studio. I didn't see it right next to the warp point, and I went... That doesn't look right. There should be a quest marker here. Oh my god, Pudding Way is still here. I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. I'm gonna go around with my other characters and just talk to the Scions, see how they're doing. Ugh. Oh god, if she was over at the I'm Forever 23 book, I would have laughed my ass off. Oh. Was it F11? No. Shit. One of these. There. F12. God, I was joking when I said I couldn't... Fuck me, Stola.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Close my eyes for one moment. How long have you two been here?
I don't know, I wasn't keeping track of time. Yeah, we didn't want to wake you.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
Girl, stop.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
Forever 23.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wish to ask of me?
Well, we may have a lead on something akin to traveling through between worlds.
Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world.
Huh.
If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
Interesting.
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Right after we find Urianger.
Achiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane, last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Oops. Thalmazane. Yes, right. Actually, hold on. No, it's not there yet. Wait. No, I'm probably not going to do the Alliance raid tonight by the look of it. I feel like I need to give myself the entire instance time to get through it. Especially day one when no one knows how to do the fucking raid. So yeah, I will probably get through as much of the MSQ as I feel like and kind of go from there. Actually, where am I going? I mean, hell, for all I know, it's, for all I know, the unlock is, like, at the very end of the quest line, in which case I'd need to get through the entire MSQ to get it anyway. I don't remember if that was the way it went for the near raids. Our areas.
Ah, our illustrious champion. cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure. I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
Wasn't Thangrid with you?
He left to attend to some personal errand, but should be returning ere long.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loperites had been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
They're making a theme park, Raha.
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperites now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
Oh. Ooh. I wonder if this has got something to do with future content.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation.
Like, a deep dungeon on the moon would actually be sick, especially given, like, the whole, even Smileton, situation. Like, that could be really cool. And they already have, like, an in-universe, or they already have, like, a grounded reason why the innards of the moon change around, because the fucking Smileton robot's just still going crazy. Or they managed to rein one in to make it actually fun. I don't know. Yeah, it's a theory.
But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
We're looking for a vault.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
Alright. We have 5 people now.
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
I mean, something treasure hunt with Alphino and, Arnvold.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
I won't tell you about the vision I had then, because,
Counting is still only number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
Yeah.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the grizzled old bard?
Didn't you shave?
All is well, I trust?
Yeah, neither your tan nor your beard are back. Thancred.
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
Huh? You're looking well?
That's because we didn't travel by experimental etherite. It's astounding what a lack of nausea does for one's sense of well-being. In any case, As we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather? Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Listen, it was related to his problem specifically. I'm tearing the dads
not
apart.
for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loporits.
Ah, of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out. Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
Yeah, I was just thinking something like that. Like, especially, like, I made the comment, obviously, that I feel like we're putting the band back together a bit too quickly. And the kind of offshoot of that is, like, we're meant to be disbanded? Like, kind of looks a bit weird if, like, all of us suddenly get back together.
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations. Till we meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Oh. Okay, we're just right back to it, huh? Want to do the dungeon with us? I usually like going through the dungeon the first time with Trust, to be honest. I didn't even know when the dungeon is going to be. So. Send you to recruit Gra, and you return with an entire survey party. Hope Matsuya's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What he means is, we are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reefs in the shallows there. Aye, we'll keep an eye out. I'll take the money. Unless this is the dungeon. Which probably wouldn't surprise me, honestly. Alzadal III. I confess I am somewhat embarrassed that I am somewhat embarrassed that the tale of his journey to another world escaped my notice. Could it be more than simple folklore? And what of the treasure he supposedly brought back? This undersea vault may hold relics from another reflection. My friends, we should temper our expectations. The map doth promise ruins, but beyond that, we know not what we will find. Until we find it, aye. So let us dispense with the conjecture and set sail for the vault. Alright, so who's being left behind if this is a dungeon? There it is. Okay. I'm aware that this story about another worldly journey may be just that, a story. Even the wildest tale often contains a few grains of truth, and that is worth investigating. One can only spend so many days hunched over a desk before it begins to take its toll. A spot of vigorous exploration is exactly what I needed. I hear that. The treasure vault of a satrap will surely be filled with diverse traps and devilish deterrents. Caution is paramount. None who enter those ruins come out alive. Well, we shall see about that. Yep. Oh god. They changed the menu, so it's done a thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wow, this is... wait, I can't move this? Fuck. It's either Stola or Estinian. Isn't Stola the only one that does AoE? I probably want Stola, honestly. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, that was weird. It brought up the character selection before I could interact with the other one. But then I couldn't interact with the other one without closing... Okay, whatever. Okay. Oh, this is a remix of, shit, what is it? Oh god, buttons. Alright. I need to see what's up with this change. Like it's done anything.
Together we shall overcome this.
I'm actually kind of confused what the purpose of the recast timer change was, if I'm being honest. Uh-oh. I see a suspicious lack of enemies ahead. Yeah. Oh. Invisibility spell removed, mayhap? The lanterns ignite in the glyph's presence. The glyph works its magic once more. Huh. Maybe that... Did that map actually have something we needed? Huh.
Make ready.
Get him, Orionche. Almost.
Together we shall overcome this.
Oh, wrong button. Arrive at the undersea entrance. Oh boy.
Together we shall overcome this.
Ew. AoE bleeding. Ugh.
Allow me. Be gone!
I will not hold back.
That's a little tight.
Allow me.
God damn it. Oh, that's... Okay, that's not too bad.
Something special for you.
Shall we move on? That looks to be a teleporter. My, what a dense ether this creature has. 'Tis a rare breed of jellyfish, one with a sting, I imagine. Thanks, Oriange. Wow, no gear from that? Huh. Self-encrusted teleporter. Oh. And we drown. Passage detected, confirming bearer's identity. Aha. Look, we're deep under the bounty. Fuck yeah. Go, Graha.
Together we shall overcome this.
was cast. Oh, no. Psych.
Hold still.
Unrecognized ethereal signature. Brazen thief. You will proceed no further. Oh dear. Oh. Oh, I thought I had a thing. Oh, that's a lot of things. Jesus. It's a big fish.
Hold still.
Is that a new eye level? It is. Well, I mean, it's not raid tier, obviously, but...
Something special for you.
Urianger, I must needs memorize these defenses. Y'shtola, you really are... You are really quite serious about this consulting role of yours. Oh, that's awkward. I don't have my searing light. Oh well. The key guardians appear mechanical in nature. Please remember to heal while you take those notes. Oh, I did not pay attention. It's alright, I'm fine.
not hold back!
Huh? Oh, Jesus. What? Where are we? Ah. Okay. Corners. Yep. Oh, Graha.
Special for you. Be gone! Hold still.
Of course my Aegis runs out the second that attack goes off. Read will prove your undoing. Attack routines, behavioral patterns, there is much to report. I only hope the Loperids do not misinterpret the data. True. Oh, that boss with the trust must have... Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think that the Treasure Vault boss would be not related to this after we started talking about it, but... I'm assuming we've reached the vault's inner chambers then. Oh, right, I gotta get rid of the fucking necklaces, don't I? Not a few too many. Fuck you, I'm not wasting my dive on you. Secret doors, hidden paths, more elements to consider. Ere long, you shall have be a veritable vault expert. What's the... It's... 10 is the bet. Yeah, okay, we're getting 9s. Right. Why is this one alone? I don't trust this. Ah. My instincts were right. This is
Hold still.
Put my summons way out of sync. Holy shit. Oh god, I'm gonna have to hold off on I'm gonna have to hold off on Bahamut here, I feel.
Hold still.
I will not hold back.
Looming Warden, Capiculu. You are all ribbons, my friend. Oh. Uh-huh. Now I see what's going on here.
Gloves are off.
What is... Okay, that's weird.
I will not hold back.
Gonna have to see that a second time. Yellow. Yep. Oh my... Wow, yeah, I... That's gonna take me a bit to get used to. I don't know what each of those, like, you can like, move in directions, but, like, the direction seems to rotate, and it's kind of hard to, like, directly influence your movement, if that makes sense.
Allow me.
I don't know. Again, I need to see it a couple more times, I think. Yellow again. Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Away with you!
Hold still.
Yeah, we're not gonna see it again. Hmm. Hey, Estinian. Oh, I didn't know you were on the boat too. Found all the treasure then. Hidden room with a hidden vault. Sure. Oh, okay. A fitting sentinel. Oh. Fuck is that? Is that a minion? That's sure a fucking minion. Oh, I can't summon it here, can I? First try, boys. It's also closed off.
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Oh boy.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Farshan?
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our reunion. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Is this Reacher's
Great
Horde or something?
Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
Wasn't gonna touch it, but you know you stole her. Sealing away what exactly?
Perhaps I should simply show you.
You're just gonna... But you said not to touch it. And you're just gonna... Is that a rift to the world of darkness?
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
Huh. Interesting. Such a tiny portal truly be so dangerous? Oh, it's still open. Oh. Stoller. I came here in search of something that might further my research. I did not anticipate a fully functioning void gate. I expect you have more questions. Yeah, you sure fucking do. Even in the learned holders of Sharlayan, it is forbidden to throw wide the gates to the abyss. The peril is far too great. Don't say that phrase next to Graha. Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passage between the Source and the 13th. The difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear in the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is the product of deliberate action. I suspect that this is the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think that our search for material riches would lead to this priceless discovery. That swirling emptiness puts me in mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. Yeah, remember that one time Nero jumped into the Void Gate? That was fun. Yep. Do it as trust. Nice. A brother's grief. Stoller is apprising the Void Gate with a scholarly eye.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory. An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Merasidia.
Oh no.
The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
I still haven't done these either. God.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death. So much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
I mean, he probably did.
Indeed, I did.
Yeah.
I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble.
Didn't you say previously that Ajdaya didn't answer the call when we were looking for people to help with the dragon scales and shielding people before the confrontation with the final days? Yet you're speaking like she's...
She plunged through the void gate itself to strike at the root of their strength.
Oh, did you manage to get her out on the other side? Fuck, that's why they opened a portal. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Jesus
I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn.
Is that where this whole story about the treasure comes from then? Someone actually went through there?
Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly, they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her. What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Razathan and abandoning your sister. And you chose the latter.
'Twas not that thy siblings scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
Yeah. I remember when Nero turned purple.
Turned purple? Well, yes. His wounds had allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the First Brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
I remember a shot in the trailer where it seemed like Varshan was, struggling against something, channeling that same energy. Vitra's grief for a lost sibling will be no mystery to Estinian. Yes, his hath been a life entwined with sorrow, even before he became a host to Nidhogg's essence. 13th. What chaos must consume that world? I wondered how one of the first could simply vanish and leave no trace of her passage. Now I have my answer. Millennia have passed since I last saw her, but I see Ashdaya in memory still, clear and vivid. So they managed not only to expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one mighty gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I'll tell you what I can. First, however, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the Guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. Ah, my apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary. Much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities. In any case, we should return to Razatan. I'm gonna take a quick detour to check if that quest is up. Yep. Oh well. promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault Sentinels. As your instruments have no doubt informed you, the Capiculu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to its post along with some few lesser constructs. Was it tomb robbers? Fiends, both of the Tower of Zot? By the sisters, do not tell me a blasphemy yet roams free. Actually, that... Yonja, you're meant to be good at keeping secrets. Why such guilty faces? Surely it isn't you who are responsible for this... Oh. Well, details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now, I believe you had questions. Quite a few, in fact, but I'd like to begin with the gate itself. It is still functional, yes? Indeed, which is why I saw it sealed with an alchemically forged lock and warded with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would admit only the lowliest of void scent. From this side, no man would be able to pass through. No man. I should think Alphino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical size is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists. I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Asdaya, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with the Cloud of Darkness. Once that sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void scent. Such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the Bounty Gate. Mayhap you could resume the search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here now. I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? I was bored. See if the legends were true. As you have seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin. But I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to the trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, that I might alleviate my people's suffering. We are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? Uh-huh. Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I'll make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You're most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. Would that I could join thee in thy study, but the Loporits will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. And I must be off to Charlian as well. Mistress Kryl was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the Annex as soon as you are able. Farewell for now. We can discuss the findings once I return. You'll not be rid of me so easily. Oh, so what am I doing now? Oh, I'm probably going back to Kryl. You may now undertake the Chronicles of a new... Ah, there it is. Quest series Myths of the Realm. Speak with the fresh-faced student at the Baldessian Annex to accept the first quest. Well, that was less of a breadcrumb than I was expecting. That was more like, okay, you meet the requirements, go do it. But I'm definitely not doing it tonight. In fact, I might wrap up soon, because it's been a long day, and I just... Well, I'll see how much more the MSQ has, and kind of go from there. The difficult part in all of this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Of course. Anything to make up for the constructs. Thank you, Aldine. Aldine and I are in this together. I'll follow his example. Meanwhile... Oh, is this going to be Myths of the Realms? I saw you in the trailer. Chaos. Get a crotch shot instead of a headshot. I sense the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from this side. It was thrown open from the other. It's the Strangers in Paradise crossover. Yeah. I, too, felt it. A rare occurrence, yes. Such a tiny portals beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. The opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip from our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate he who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by our covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let him come. I will drown the world and watch his watch this fleshling grasp for breath in his final moments. Are these seriously the 12? Knight in Black. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Huh. Interesting. Something for tomorrow night. Varshan wishes to discuss the distribution of the treasure. Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens may find it intimidating to speak with the satrap directly, so I would ask that you act in my stead. Aldine, you are to visit Akyali and Yedlimad. Speak with Matsya and his people, and listen to their grievances. Estinian, I bid you do the same at Palika's stand. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant Skull grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduta. Alright. That seemed to imply that if I'm to read into the connection between the stuff we've talked about, it seems like we might be going back into the 13th to fight... Holy shit, would we be going into the 13th to fight the fucking 12? Why would that make sense? How much gil you got working out housing bids? I have 6 million. Well, roughly 6 million. Oh, Aldine. I'm so glad to see you had returned unarmed. You finished with the boat, then? Anything the village desperately needs? Well, I suppose Kazal's loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to build their lives, but now we're just banding together as best we can. Yeah, if you all need any of that, let me know. Again, I'm probably gonna wrap up stream in like 10-15 minutes. I'll see where the next quest goes and see if it grabs me. But I suspect we might run into a problem with, like, Y'shtola examining the gate, if I were to guess. Oh. Hi, buddy. Can you chuck 5 mil into the guild bank? You'll get it back by Sunday. No problem. Give me 2 secs. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first time to Thavnir, then you must try my special Amra Lassi. Its refreshing zest cannot be beat. What would such a wonder cost you, Wanderer? Normally I part with 3 bottles for the generous price of 19,800 gil, but for you, I am willing to go as low as even 10,000. You'd be practicing stealing from me. Stealing? At that price, you're the only thief around here. Still not turning a profit these days. I am not Estinian. Times are harsh, my friend. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. Ugh. Where is there a guild bank, Valk? Is there one in Sharlayan? Surely there's one in Sharlayan, right? Or would I have to go elsewhere to look for one? Do I just have to go to a place with a market? I can't remember. Any grand company. Oh, okay. I can do that. Not sure about Sharlayan. Yeah, I'll go to a grand company. That's fine. Oh, does it have to be mine? Oh, fuck. Oh, I guess I'll find out. Back around here, right? Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so, because it's just like an interactable in the area. So, it should be fine. Company chest, yeah? Gil. I did the math right there. Yep. There you go. $5 million into bank. Which kind of plot are we aiming for, out of curiosity? Admittedly, I've been out of the loop, and I obviously don't use the housing all that much, but I did take a look at like the prospective bids for all of the plots, and Ishgard Ward 9, Plot 30. Oh, one of the large ones? Shit. Oh, fingers crossed. Also, hi, Pallies. Oh, congrats on P4S, by the way. Literally the night before fucking maintenance. It's 50 mil per bid? Yeah, that sounds about right. I remember seeing, like, the low balls being, like, or, like, the starting bids prospected to be, like, anywhere between 20 to 35 mil. So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. How fair's the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? Trade routes are open once more, now that the danger has passed, certainly. No small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Yeah, 50 mil is for the T1 plot, so it's as expensive as it gets. Yeah. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Karzal and his consortium were with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now, that was a man who got things done. God's rest his soul. Spoken with key locals and gained understanding of the thing. Go back to Megadrupta. Ah, my advisor's return. I've just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of the time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling, to say the least. There are a few places I can enter comfortably without the risk of flattening some cart or stall. Night theme, let's go. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Palica's stand were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they were preserved. They persevered with some assistance from Yedlimad. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Palica's stand has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold the foul wagon of Giant's Gold to a foreign trader. But such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavnir has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated. Its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Tell me, what did you learn in Akiali and Yedlimad? Now, this is getting into Alphino territory, I'm sorry. I just make things blow up. I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yedlimad. Yeah, that would certainly get exports going. I'm reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beasts sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale, repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves be overcome, but we will not. Aldine, Estinian, I will consider the perspectives you brought me, and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce the proposal to my assembled functionaries.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
Please tell me there's an option. I'll just ask Alphino. Taxes, levy them on trade profits in exchange for your investment. It takes a village. The fuck? Taxes, levy them on trade profits in exchange for your investment. So tax the profits of people who would benefit from the investment in Yedlimad to fund I mean, it takes a village. This dumbass doesn't know how to file his taxes, even fucking know how that worked.
Of course. We must all look out for one another. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of our Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
Ooh, I wonder if...
Such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
I wonder if this is gonna hook into the, Aksadara tribe quest at all. Something with Kalzal seems appropriate.
A fitting candidate. Kalzal should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores. Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
There's another Dean character.
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
Bridging the rift. No, I think I'm gonna end it there for tonight. It's getting a bit late and I'm just fucking exhausted. And I know if I get into this, it's gonna be another 20-30 minutes and then I'm gonna be like basically late for bed, so not doing that. I've got a rough week. It's already been a rough week. I've got 2 more days of it being rough. I'll probably try and stream maybe tomorrow night. I might, maybe Thursday night will be, the Alliance raid instead of Elden Ring. But, at the same time, like, I really want to do the Alliance raid as soon as possible to get into it when people don't fucking know how to do it. And before people kind of know and can see videos and stuff, I'd, like, rather have that experience than, well, everyone looked at that one video, so they know exactly how to do the fight, and, Like, obviously that takes more than a couple of days, but the longer I leave it, the more chance that's going to be. So yeah, and then... touch wood, I should be on holidays for Easter, for the next week. So, I will be, like I said before, some of that time is going to be, like, taking care of housework and shit, because we've got an inspection coming soon. And then also resting, because the beginning of the year has just been really fucking rough. But I will be streaming a decent amount. At the very least, the regular streams that I would do if I wasn't busy. I might even do something during the week, during the day, someday. I'll have to figure out when, but yeah. But yeah, like, as far as planned stuff, something on Thursday night, 2 nights from now. Maybe tomorrow for the Alliance raid. And then it'll be the start of my holidays, and I'll try and figure out a schedule then. Because it's going to be tough to figure it out before, like, I'm actually there. And I want to make sure I don't have to, like, come back a day to work or something, God forbid. But yeah. Yeah. So that's it. So thank you very much for watching live or on the VODs. I really appreciate it. Hope you'll have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all next time.